Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Heresy Ramble with myself, the Miniatures Apothecary, and
Hi, I'm the Foxy DM. I randomly talk about Lupercal all the time.
all the time. We can't promise that this isn't going to be like the last one, which was the Exhausted Ramble that I believe was over an hour long. Was it? Because
Yeah, I think we're still tired because it's really late for you and I worked a long day. But
yeah,
we gotta focus, we got a plan, we are ready to execute it like a drop out of salt.
yeah, too right. Well, we're going to talk about the Nova Open. Um, Yeah, obviously they've said like, oh, big reveals, Nova Open. So, of course, that's got us wondering and forming wish lists and hopes and dreams. And please, Games Workshop, don't crush them all, please.
Well, you know what they say in the old Space Marine book: hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. So just have the bar low, and we'll all be good.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we can dream. We
that's
can
really
dream, sir.
hard. That's really hard. I mean, all right, okay. So I mean, so far we've had like the Age of Darkness box. We've had the Leviathan. We've had the Contemptor. We've had
Yep.
all this good stuff. I mean, we're still waiting on Predator, heavy weapons, two heavy weapons box sets, and what else? Was that it?
No, we're also waiting on the Land Raider that just got announced
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So that got announced last week. I mean, the Predator and the two of the weapons boxes though they were announced during the on the Heresy Open Day.
Yep.
But obviously we've not seen them yet. Well,
Yep.
we don't know how we don't have a release date for them yet. And if like Games Workshop's track record go when it comes to reveals, they don't. Generally speaking, they don't go here's something and then a big announcement like what we're going to see at the Nova Open. Then go okay, this is stuff's up for pre-order. That just seems a little bit lame, or is that just me? Is that me being too positive? Like,
I mean, usually they'll tease something like, I mean, I don't know. I do remember that, not the Nova, but I remember the last, before we got all the Heresy releases, like, I remember there was a couple me and you were waiting up, like, I think it was the Las Vegas Open, and we were kind of like, you know,
yeah, because we did the I did the watch along on the stream, and then we literally like it was like 3 in the morning, and we jumped straight on and recorded like an hour's worth of just us rambling.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, yeah. That's definitely us. So, I mean, for me, like, I'll take anything. I'm that easy, to be honest. Um, but I know there's like a lot of folk out there that would like to see specific things. Obviously, we've just had the Libra Mechanicum drop, and I know you're very excited for that.
Yep. Yep, I got my rules, like, because North America can't physically buy the new knights or armatures or the books, but we can buy the PDF, and it is gorgeous. It
Yeah,
is gorgeous to go through it.
but I mean, does that? I don't know. Does that mean we might see like some plastic Mechanicum models?
I mean, it would be nice because we could introduce a new faction, a new plastic range that people can collect. You'll get a lot of people who've been waiting for this because like even Heresy's early days, we could at least get some plastic stuff. Um, but Mechanicum has always been Forge World.
Yeah, Mechanicum and Solar. It seems a bit weird. Like you get all the Legion stuff, all the Space Marines, and it's like, yes, these are all plastic, but if you want to play Mechanicum or Solar, for example, you've got to get the Forge World things. It seems a bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that to me would seem like a big reveal. Like, yes, we are actually doing plastic range for the Mechanicum. I mean, I look at things like the Siege Automaton, and I look at that and think, well, they've shown that they can do the Leviathan, and they've shown that they can do the Contemptor. So why can't we have that in plastic?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, exactly. I mean, and the fact that some of the range is usable by other armies, like you could have Castellax in a Legion army, or Thalax in a Legion army.
Hmm.
Rite of Wars, you got your Forge Lord. There's a couple different ways. I know Solar Auxiliary and Heresy 1.0 could also, they had a couple ways with their Tech Marines and whatnot. So it would be really big.
Yeah. That to me would strike me as big reveal.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm hopeful. I mean, I'm currently looking at it as we're speaking, and I'm looking at the belt fed wrist mounted cannon and just thinking, yeah, I want to paint one of them. I want to build one of them. You know me, I'm a sucker for belt fed.
Oh, do I know, sir? Like, oh,
If it's belt fed and has a plume, I'm a happy man.
oh yeah. I mean, if you look at like the Vorax, like that's just it's not just the belt fed. It's got claws, son. It's
Yeah,
got claws.
yeah.
But here's the thing. Like already Mechanicum, one of the Mechanicum armies knights, they're opening up the plastic range. They're reboxing, and the new Armiger kit is better than the regular 40k kit because you can build both types of armigers for both of them in one box, where before you had to buy two separate boxes
Hmm.
to get those. So they already redid that. They're doing the knight. You know, they've updated the options for the regular knight to be able to take everything that the regular plastic one. Now, they didn't include all the plastic knights in this Heresy book release. So I don't know. After seeing those, I kind of think like we are gonna get Castellax.
Hmm.
Hopefully soon.
Because I mean, like, I know what you mean. Like, I saw the sprue for the new knight,
Yes.
and obviously it's got the I can't remember what it's called now. It's just gone from my memory. The weird looking laser weapon thingy, and it looks very much like the knight. Is it a Atrapos? Like, it looks like the same weapon as the Atrapos. It's the one that you get on the Canis Rex knight.
Oh, the
yeah,
I know what you're
that
talking
one.
about.
And it looks very similar to that. And obviously, so to me, that's kind of like, okay, so was that weapon more prominent during the Heresy, so people can use it? So you've got these knights, so now they've got the option to take this weapon. Because I don't know that much about Mechanicum, to be perfectly honest. Just from like bits I've picked up in passing. But yeah, it did strike me when I saw the sprue. I was like, oh, but that's on the Atrapos. So that was interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
And they do look, they're just, it's a knight and an armiger kit, but with a couple of extra bits, I think.
Yeah. Like I said, they made it a more uniform kit.
Mm.
Like it's gonna be great for your 40k people, but like it's geared towards Heresy because of the options, which has been great. I don't know. I'm really excited whenever they get a new boat to go to North America to drop off stuff.
Yeah, no, that definitely. It sucks that you can't get the stuff yet.
Yeah, just North America, I think.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's okay. I can live through the rest of the world, but I mean, I don't know. That's Mechanicum. Like that's like the big hope is we get those robots, we get some of those big things.
Yeah.
That would be an awesome release.
Yeah. I'd consider that big. Because there's a lot of people at the moment sort of sat around with their Libra Mechanicum going, but what about the models? And I think if it, like, they woke up in the morning and it was like community page and it's like, here you go, here's the range of plastic Mechanicum models, I think that'd do everyone really. Be like, ooh, shiny.
I know for a fact with working with my local, I know like 4 people that will join, and then my wallet would die.
I thought you died already.
We keep resurrecting it every week after my paycheck, but it's pretty much undead at this point.
Yeah, same. I hear you. Okay, so I mean that to me that seems like the big thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got the rules, we've got the traitor book, we've got the loyalist book.
Right.
We've already had releases. there's been various Praetors and PDFs and stuff like that. To me, I can't think of any other, like, what would be a big reveal other than either the Mechanicum range coming to plastic or the Solar Auxiliary range coming to plastic, for example. So could it be that we're going to see, they're going to reveal, like, just some other plastic kits? So, for example, one that's talked about a lot is the Assault Marine kit.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a big one.
Mm.
Like the Assault Marine or like a Assault Marine to spoiler combo.
Yeah.
That would be big because like it seems like they're trying to get all of the I don't want to say generic, but like your kind of line stuff. So they got your 20-man tactiles, they got your like support squad options, they got your basic weapon options, they got the Sakaran options, the baseline Sakaran. You got your rhinos. It's kind of like they're kind of going for your your bread and butter.
Yeah.
Like even the Terminator release that just happened this weekend, it's your bread and butter that everyone can use. So, but those are a lot of it's been like a lot of troop choices. So I think the assault squad would be a very, very good one, especially with that despoiler combo, because let's also be honest, everyone really wants those damn kits.
Yeah. Yeah, the bolt pistol chain swords, like, it's kind of iconic, and like, yeah, I just buy a couple of boxes and just for the chain swords and the bolt pistols, to be honest.
Right, exactly. That would be, amazing. I mean, I've already got 80 beakies. Like, what's another 60 more for assault guys?
You're insane. I mean, I haven't played any of 2.0 yet. I am literally foaming at the mouth. I'm biting at the bit to get some games in. But from what I've read so far of the rules and from what I've seen in like people's battle reports and conversations, the new system is very much tailored a little bit more towards like massed infantry forces. So having something like Assault Marines, which is the faster on the table, would be a definite boon.
Yeah, I mean, for my Sons of Horus, I do have Assault Marines, and I've seen the spoilers because, like, I actually after this weekend, I've gotten over 50 games of Heresy already in.
Jealous.
I run demos. So, but assault squads are very interesting because, I mean, you got your speed boost, you got your charge boost, and I mean they're hard hitting. They got Hammer of Wrath, great unit. Despoilers, they're cheap. They got really good rules for running down units, and also like a lot of people, we're all still adjusting to it, but like our movement ability, like for your regular infantry, is just amazing. And the fact that your jump pack Marines, if I'm remembering, I think it's like 16 inches of movement if you also advance. Like that's a big amount.
That's a lot of distance covered in one go. Yeah. No.
So like it's the tempo of battle is just always on the advance. So if you could have that, a lot of armies are going to do well. Like I know for a fact my Sons of Horus, like I run them bare bones and they do pretty good. And there's a lot of Blood Angels and Night Lords locally that are just swearing by them compared to like 1.0. So
Yeah.
it would be a big thing.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean,
Like,
luckily, I've heard a Blood Angel player pretty much say the exact same thing. Like he's used jump packs, lots of jump packs throughout the previous edition, and used them in 2.0, and is really happy with sort of their outcome.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's hard to beat. I mean, you get some power weapons. You can have a 20-man squad. They move 12 or 16. I mean, even if you fail the charge, you move forward. Like, I don't know. It went from a very you wouldn't really want to take it in 1.0 because it wouldn't get yours. Man, now it's a staple. It's a staple. You're gonna patent it in your army. It's gonna be your new thing. So
You got to have at least one squad. You got to have at least one squad, I think. And I mean, if they did bring them to plastic, and like even if it was just like a 10-man box, that'd be a big deal, I think.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's
Oh yeah.
definitely like look combing through social media. It's definitely on a lot of people's wish lists.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I personally, this is just my thought. I hope it's a you do a 20-man despoiler squad at the current rate. So in like Canada, it's $95 for like your tactical squads. If they do that, and then they did like how the weapon sprues happen, like oh, you can buy jump packs with like assorted assault weapons, and it's just like, well, I'd buy that right away.
yeah, you'd be snatching it up, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd probably buy 60.
Yeah. Talk about biting the hand that feeds. Okay, so another one I want to talk about because it's another one. I mean, obviously we're going to talk about a few of the different
Yep.
things that we've seen people talk about, and these are to an extent
Mm-hmm.
our personal wishes as well.
Yep.
Because the only other thing I can think of now at this point, going back to what we were saying before, is when they say big reveal, generally are quite big. Now we've had
Mm-hmm.
the big starter box, basically what it's been used is it's all
Yep.
about, and we've had the books and we've had the core, but the core range, like you were saying, hasn't really been fully released. So the only other
Yeah.
thing I can think as a big reveal, other than like Mechanicum or Solar Auxiliary coming to plastic,
Mm-hmm.
is simply more models, more
Yeah.
units, more specialized units anyway. So one that, and I know you're in, this is one that for you specifically, but jet bikes.
Oh my god, like that is the dream right there. Like, because like if jet bikes and also like let's also include the outrider bikes, um, get released.
Hmm.
Sure, they got nerfed this edition, both of
Yeah,
them.
I had noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still good. And also like everyone's wanted to like, especially if you're a White Scar player, you don't want to just go walk in rhinos or just do that. No. You want to feel, you want your models to feel the wind as they fly across the table, doing crazy stuff. Or if you're an Emperor's Children player, like you want it. And I
Yeah.
mean,
I
if it
mean,
goes plastic, it's gonna be awesome.
yeah. I mean, I look at it and I think, okay, plastic version of these guys wouldn't be difficult, surely. Like, it's a flying bread roll, you know. It's a big chunky thing, you know. Surely, like half a dozen parts in plastic would make this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen it like in bits. I've never built one, but even when I saw it in bits, it's like it doesn't seem like it's a stupid amount of parts.
No, no, I have one. I somehow picked it up in a bulk buy. I have one. It's literally it's just the bike, the weapon option, and like the rider. It's like like you can do the arms, and that's about it. Like
Yeah.
it's nothing crazy. Like also like I mean like 40K regular 40K's got the custodes with their jet bikes.
Hmm.
So like, come on, man, give me it right
Yeah.
now. Like.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I mean it's not something I would take personally. Um, but they do look reasonably cool.
See, you say you're not, but then like when I show you 30 of them in Lunavol's color scheme running alongside my armor, you'll be like, well, well, heck, get me all that, sir.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the next one before, you
Hmm.
lose your mind thinking of jet bikes. Now this
Yeah.
for me is one I've seen people talk about and it's a personal favorite. Breaches.
Oh, I,
Plastic. If the reveal on for the Nova Open is in more plastic miniatures, more plastic marine miniatures, and we get breaches,
yeah.
I will have to edit out any recording I'm doing at the time because I will be screaming and dancing around, I swear.
Like you know what? Like it doesn't even have to be its own kit. Like we already got like Mark III.
Yeah, just give us the upgrades. Just give it us on a sprue.
Just give us an upgrade sprue because then like if you want to run like Raven Guard but you want like the beaky armor you could,
Yep.
or if you want to do like the Sons of Horus chieftains where they're a lot more Mark IV, or you
Ooh.
want to do the classic Mark IIIs, or if they brought out Mark II,
Oh.
you know Oh,
I
yeah.
love it when you talk dirty. I mean, they're just. I don't know what it is. Like, when I first got into Heresy, there was like people saying like, "Oh, don't bother with them outside of Zone Mortalis. They're not the best." And it's
Oh,
like,
I
it's not.
disagreed.
Well, I do as well because my first ever game of Heresy that I played, I borrowed my friend's 20-man blob squad of the. I think it was 20 or was it 15?
Hmm.
Might be 15. And they held. Like, they sat in the centre of the table and they held against Death Guard all day long. Like, they just could not get rid of them. It was just shield wall, bolters, and a fist.
Oh,
And that
it's
was it. You
it
know?
was glorious. It was
Yeah.
glorious. I mean, it's a cheap, like, relatively speaking, it's a cheap unit. It's got the heavy roll. I I think it's got the heavy roll.
Yeah.
Please don't crucify me, internet. But I mean, you got now an invol. You can give them like a land raider. I mean, they got an invol for cheap. Like what can go wrong?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, they're not. I don't think they're not like overly expensive. I mean, for 10 of them, basic bog standard, it's 155. Um, but I mean, yeah, there's a lot more you can do with them now as well. Like
Hmm.
any of them can take Volkite charges. Obviously, you've got the whole for every 5 you can take a special weapon. You've got the usual stuff with like a magna combi weapon or a minor combi weapon and various weapons for the sergeant. I mean, okay, they don't get breacher charges anymore. That makes me sad. I used to have loads of fun with breacher charges. That makes me sad. Takes a melter bomb though.
The bombs are good.
Melter bombs are still good. They're heavy. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Like, there's just something about it. I think it's the aesthetic more than anything. Just really appeals to me. So
Oh,
if we got them in plastic, woo, you'll hear me across the ocean.
oh, I know. If I wasn't even awake, my phone would just explode. Just going, Foxy, 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 you get up right now. Like,
I don't care what time of day it is. Get up, join this stream, come look at the
oh,
glory.
yeah. Like I myself, I would like for me, I'm also kind of like a collector. Like I want every unit
Mm.
for my main legion. Breachers are cool. I have one squad of resin that I have to paint one day, but like I want them. I like it's just one of those cool things because like it's thematic because like you got a breacher squad up front, you got your tactical or support squad behind it, you got assault marines about to jump on as everyone's being covered by heavy weapons. Like
Yeah.
what's not to like?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I've got 2 squads now, one for the Iron Warriors and one for my Sons of Horus, and then soon there'll be a chieftain unit as well, because chieftains.
I'm jelly, so
Um,
jelly.
I just love them. Like I know, like normally they're associated with like Imperial fists and stuff like that, but I think breaches deserve a spot in everyone's army, even if you
Yep.
only ever use them like for Zone Mortalis or like once in a big apocalypse game. But there should be a spot in everyone's army for them.
Yeah. Also, it's a troop choice. It scores. Why not? 20 man and a Spartan rolling out. Like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay, so I think the last one before we sort of disappear off into the realms of complete and utter fantasy.
Hmm.
Although I'm kind of dubious about this last one. Fire
Yeah.
Raptor Storm Eagle combo kit.
Okay. One, I think it would be the easiest thing to do for GW
Mm-hmm.
because literally, I don't know. For people that have not built a Storm Eagle or a Fire Raptor, um, if you haven't, you've already sworn about it. But anyways, it literally takes a plastic kit like the Storm Raven and then just upgrades it. So it already has base components, so the design isn't that crazy. I mean, they should just give us that. Like, I mean, that would be. I mean, I'd probably make my Air Force Army at this point
Why did I know that was going to happen? Why did I know that those would be the words that came out of your mouth?
because I have an addiction.
Because you have an addiction. We have a problem. I mean, I don't know. I mean, technically it would be like the largest plastic flyer going for starters. It'd be a big chunky piece. I don't know. I'm just like I see people talking about it, and don't get me wrong, it's on my wish list. Like it's something I would like to see. It's just something
Yeah.
that I can't seem to see happening.
Well, I think size-wise, it's up there with the Corvus Blackstar, like at least like width and
Hmm.
whatnot. Um, it's not it's beefy, but it's not crazy.
Hmm.
I mean, it's slightly longer than its Storm Raven brother.
Yeah. I think that's
Um,
where it gets me. Like it's in the length. It's the length that gets me. I don't know.
well, oh yeah, well, it's just so beefy. I mean, it sits on top of a Land Raider, and you just go, oh snap. I mean, it's the size of a Land Raider, at least lengthwise.
Hmm.
Um, so at least like the regular classic plastic before the new one comes out. So like it is a beefy thing, and I mean it's also made out of resin, and I know you can brick someone with it,
Yeah.
but I mean a universal kit would be awesome. You buy one kit, you get both, you get your options. Those would sell. Like it's not even a question. I know like locally, gentlemen are already buying Fire Raptors and Storm Eagles
Hmm.
that just started the Heresy because it's such an iconic kit.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, I've got one of the Forge World Fire Raptors that I've yet to build and
Yeah,
stuff, but the plan kind of always was to have the Storm Eagles,
yeah.
and have very thematic, very story driven kind of force, landing force, basically. Again, I'm not even sure what it is. Just I'm very dubious that that would be a release, but at the same time. We've got Land Raiders, we've got Rhinos, we've got Spartans. You know,
Well,
we're seeing the Demos pattern variants of things.
y-
Um,
yeah. Well, look at this. Of everything that's come out in plastic, you have your HQ options already taken care of. You got a few elite options. You have a few troop choices. You have a few heavy support. What do you have for fast attack? Nothing.
which could possibly where they bring the bikes in.
Right? Bikes. That would fulfill it. Or maybe this is gonna be like the fast attack release. We got Storm Eagles. We got bikes. You know,
Yeah,
every White Scar player just rejoices as they can speed across the sky and the ground.
yeah, okay, yeah. That I could see. That seems more plausible to me. Like they do like a release of specific units. Yeah, okay. I'm looking at it like staring at it. Obviously, the stock photo is a salamanders one. It's like salamanders. No, I've got too many projects. Stop it.
Yeah, and then I'll get a message at 3 in the morning my time. Foxy, here's a list. Look at it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna attempt to like say no because it's completely true. I mean, those are just like four of the main ones that I've seen people discuss.
Hmm.
Like it's been part of their wish list or part of discussions since they announced the Nova Open reveal.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, most of them are actually things that I'd like to see anyway. Like
Yeah.
we've said that they're essentially they've brought out your bread and butter for things, and we already know from community comments made previously that specialist legion specific stuff will be Forge World, and the rest of
Yep.
it will be um, plastic.
Plastic. Yeah.
Which again brings me back to the Storm Eagle and the Fire Raptor because they're not legion specific.
Right. Right. They're very generic. That's why at least what they said is all the generic stuff. I mean, so you're gonna have the Sicarian variants, you're gonna have the Predator variants, you're gonna have the Vindicators, like you're gonna have all your common stuff. I
Mm.
mean, I also hope this one day includes the Lords of War options. But I mean, that'll take a while.
Yeah.
Take a very long while, but
I'm not see Lords when it comes to Lords of War, I would not be surprised if Lords of War stayed as resin. In fact, I think I think they probably will, to be honest. Like them and a couple of specialist vehicles, maybe like the Vindicator Legion, the Laser Destroyer one. I could see that staying resin, but obviously we get the plastic Vindicator.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be the Vindicator's gonna be one kit.
You
You gotta
think?
have both. Yeah,
Hmm.
because it's the same chassis. It just gets like so. You know what the Kratos? It has the three different tank options on top. The
Yeah.
Vindicator, it would have the same domino Demonos base, and then it would just change out your top section and your front section.
Well, yeah. Good point.
So I mean, we saw in the crate like it. You could. There's a way to magnetize it, but they kind of want you to pick one with how they did the three Top Gun options.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I completely and utterly understand the whole concept behind magnetizing your stuff. Me personally, I just build it, and I do want to get another Kratos just to do one of the other options, mainly all the charm.
I'm jealous. They have been out of stock in Canada since release for me.
Oh,
So
oh, that sucks. Sorry, man. And
yep,
it's me just rubbing it in. It's like, yeah, I want to get a second one. You haven't even had
yep,
your first.
yep, yeah.
Sorry.
It's already my local. He already knows. He's just like, okay, you're gonna have the crack there, Foxy. Okay, good. So
Yeah, but you got the Sakaran on the way.
I already had the Sakaran. It literally got released with a Contemptor. I finished off my Talon and my Sakaran Squadron. It got released. My store local went, oh, okay, Foxy, here's your stuff. I'm like, good.
Oh, that sounds like a good start. Does that when they know what you want?
Oh yeah, no one should ever look at my pre-order list ever.
No, keep that secret. Keep that hidden. Keep that safe. Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, we're thinking obviously along the lines of big reveals. Is there anything else realistically that you can think of that you would consider a big reveal?
And realistic?
Yes, big and realistic.
Well, they have been pretty good at. Okay, some people will debate me on realistic, but Horus Ascended's got his own rules, man. I'm just saying. I'm just
Oh yes, okay, yeah,
and if you remember the old talks that many people had with the Forge World team, they always talked about eventually having the demonic versions of the Primarchs.
yes, yeah. They did that sort of in between what they are now, as we see in 40k, and the Heresy, or the beginning of the Heresy, anyway. Yeah,
And I mean the fact that Horus has not one, not two, like I mean he has several pages, and like the
yeah.
Horus Ascended rules would just be like they reveal that, um, it'd be amazing. I think that's one, and the other one is just like, oh, we're gonna preview uh, the earlier for October. Oh, hey, this is what you could order next month, which is the Imperial. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. The Imperial book that they're talking about, which is going to be your Talons. Yeah, Libera Imperium, which is going to be like your Talons of the Emperor,
Yeah.
your Knight Errants, your Emperor rules. I hope one day that happens.
Well, I mean, come on, you've got, was it Valdor's rules back in first, and it was like there's even a mention of if he's in the Emperor's army or within range of the Emperor or
Yeah,
something. Like, oh my days.
yeah. First Custodes release was Burning Prospero with Valdor,
Yeah,
and I mean, if they made Horus Ascended,
they've got to make the Emperor. So, I mean, that would be, yeah, that could be a big reveal.
yeah,
Okay. Lot to think about then. There's so many possibilities. Obviously, I am going to be doing another watch along, me and Mrs. Apothecary. So yeah, keep your eyes open for that if you're interested. that is unfortunately all we've got time for. I think I've hit pretty much everything on the people's wish lists.
Mhm.
So, but remember what Foxy said: set your bar low. Means that you can be more excited when it happens.
Yep, exactly. Keep it low. You're gonna be, and then you'll be like, "Ah, it's not gonna be," and then they'll just blow your mind, and you'll be like, "Yes,
Yeah.
Heresy Kool-Aid."
Yeah. To be fair, I was like that on the last watch along. I was kind of set the bar low. I was expecting like a really dull kind of heresy coming soon sort of thing, and instead it was that amazing trailer.
Yep.
That's it. Rerun the trailer. Thank you, thank you everyone for joining us. I have been the Miniatures Apothecary,
And I've been the Foxy DM.
and we'll catch you all next time.